Hey guys, and welcome back to Learn to Play TV. Today, we're going to be doing another unboxing of the newly released Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring Heroclix. Now, this set is supposed to have 31 figures in it. We know of about 12 of them according to the previews through WizKid's website. We do know that the rarity does scale from common to chase figures. The chase figure, I believe, is called the Witch King of Angmar, which he looks actually pretty cool. I really wouldn't mind pulling him today. So let's go ahead and dive in and see if we can uncover some of those extra figures that we haven't seen yet. Now, the packaging is actually pretty cool. It's got all the original, movie artwork that was from the Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring. You got Frodo here. These are pretty cool. Yeah, cool looking art, cool bag. I did notice, and I don't know if anyone else saw this, but there are holes inside of these bags. A few of them have them. I haven't checked the rest. I don't know what that means, but yeah, if you see that, maybe it's some sort of maybe it's just a printing error on the packaging. There's one on this side too. Well, let's just swing in here. Let's see what we get. First one. Oh, we have Elrond. That is pretty cool. The sculpts in these are pretty nice. I mean, that's a pretty nice sculpt. Very cool. This one has those holes again. I think it's probably just a printing error. What we got here? Oh, Celeborn. That is another cool pull. You got a lot of the elves. These are really nice sculpts. This one. Ha! Legolas. That is very cool. Down to the last two packs. That Witch King just looks like a cool sculpt. I would really like to pull him, just to have him. And we have another Elrond. But that is a cool sculpt. If anything about this set, I really enjoyed that. Very cool. But that was our first double. And our last pack. This one still has those holes. And the last is, ooh, Saruman. That is cool. That is just a sweet looking sculpt. It's got the orb. That is really cool. Alright, let me go ahead and pull these out, folks, and we'll go ahead and take a look and get close up on these. Alright, we're all set up, so let's start and talk about Celeborn. Celeborn is an uncommon figure and has a 100-point value. The first change I noticed to this set is what's called epic actions. Epic actions are like traits that you need to activate. You activate these abilities by giving an action token to the character that is using the epic action. Think of it like another choice of action that you have with this character. It's important to note that these still count towards your total actions, so you will still take pushing damage if you're going to your second token, as well as if you're already pushed and have 2 tokens, you will not be able to do this epic action until you clear those. Celeborn's epic action is really quite cool. It allows him and friendly characters within 3 squares to use stealth, essentially making it like a blanket stealth. Now that's pretty good so far, but let's go ahead and take a look at his dial. His first 4 clicks have super senses with leadership, not to mention that his white attack ability allows him to use perplex and probability control. On clicks 3 and 4, you lose your leadership and gain outwit, as well as he also picks up mind control on his 4th click. When you get back towards the end of his dial, his last 3 clicks he drops quite quickly, but you do get 3 clicks of regen to try and bring him back up to his top dials. Overall, for 100 points, I'm going to give Celeborn a thumbs up. Next is Elrond, who is also an uncommon and played at 175 points. He also has an epic action. It allows Elrond to use Outwit once per every 100 points of the game build total. So that essentially means if you're playing a 300 point game, he can use Outwit on 3 separate characters that turn. Now there's a catch. He can only use it on opposing characters that are adjacent to friendly characters, as well as you can't double or triple Outwit one individual character. So you're going to need to make sure that you spread that Outwit love around. Elrond also has a trait, which is called Lead by Example. It states to modify the attack value to all friendly characters adjacent to Elrond by +1 for each action token assigned to Elrond. Now that can get pretty nasty quickly since Elrond has Indomitable, so he's going to be pushing as much as he can anyway, so he's going to have 2 tokens most of the time. But now we get to his dial. His first click is nice with Flurry and an 18 invulnerability. He also gets Leadership. On click 2, he drops Invulnerability and gets Toughness. Then on to clicks 3 and 4, he trades his Flurry for Blade's Claw Fang and keeps Toughness with Leadership. On his 5th click, he looks to get his second wind, where he gains Charge with Blade Claw Fang. Now I don't know about you, but I like those two together. On that same click, he drops to a 16 with Invulnerability, but he gets to use Perplex. This guy will be up in your face, outwitting your guys, as well as hitting you where it hurts. So far, these elves are definitely a thumbs up. Since we've been talking so much about these elves, we can't leave out Legolas. He too is an uncommon at 125 points. Now this Legolas is not like the range dealer that was in the last set. Even his scope says he's coming for you. I mean, he's not even holding a bow. Legolas has improved movement and ignores elevated terrain. So again, he's coming for you. His epic action allows you to choose one opposing character per 200 points of the game build total. Until your next turn, when that chosen character is dealt damage by a close combat attack, you get to roll a d6. On a result of a 2 through a 6, the damage dealt cannot be reduced to less than 1. Now that ability could definitely be a game changer. It gives all your characters 1 penetrating damage at close range while attacking that chosen character. And I could see this ability making some of those lower point characters that only have like 1 to 2 damage a force to be reckoned with. Now if that ability wasn't enough, I think his trait is even better. If Legolas or an adjacent friendly character KOs an opposing character with a close combat attack, after that action resolve, Legolas may immediately use Charge as a free action. Man, that really makes me want to just chain charge this guy so bad. Let's go ahead and take a look at his dial. On his first 3 clicks, he gets Charge with Super Senses and Exploit Weakness, and all for 3 damage. On his clicks 4, 5, and 6, he gets Flurry, as well as he gets a white attack ability. This allows Legolas to give an opposing adjacent character an action token if they have taken close combat damage from him. So not only is he dealing damage to your character, but now he's adding action tokens to them so they can't retaliate on your turn. Now for his last 2 clicks, these are really like his all-in clicks. He keeps his white attack ability, as well as gains Super Senses and Exploit Weakness. All in all, definitely a thumbs up for Legolas. This guy is a close combat monster. Alright, I'm just going to come out and say it. This Saruman is awesome, and he is going to annoy so many people. Saruman is a rare in this set, and can be played at 130 points. Saruman has an epic action as well, and it states, when you give Saruman an epic action, choose up to 1 opposing character per 200 points of the game's build total that's marked with an action token. Then, roll a d6 that can't be re-rolled. On the result of a 4 through a 6, deal each of the chosen characters 1 penetrating damage. Now that action's not bad, but let me tell you what you also get for 130 points. First off, Saruman is Indomitable, so you can push this guy all day. This guy's dial is really good. His first 4 clicks are brutal. First off, you get a white movement ability that lets Saruman use mind control as if he had a 10 range. Plus, he also ignores elevated and blocking terrain for this purpose. Now I'm willing to say that Brother Voodoo may be losing his crown for mind control ability to this guy. Having a 10 range and ignoring elevated and blocking terrain is going to make your opponent think twice. But enough of the mind control, let's see what else he gets. On those same clicks, you also pick up Outwit and Probability Control, and this is from a white defense ability. Now when you get a little farther in the dial, on clicks 3 and 4, you get Penetrating Psychic Blast. Now Saruman doesn't have a really deep dial, And it looks like when you get to click 5, he loses his mind control ability and his shape change, but he does keep his outwit and probability. Once you get to his last 2 clicks, the only thing Saruman really keeps is he keeps his penetrating psychic blast, and he holds a 2 damage. Having 2 damage that is going to be penetrating can still change the outcome of a lot of games. The Saruman is really going to shine with his mind control abilities. It's not necessarily going to be him dealing the damage, but he's going to be asking why you keep hitting yourself. Overall, for 130 points, Saruman is a thumbs up for me. I really can't wait to try this guy out. I think he's going to be a lot of fun. Don't forget that we should have BioShock as well as Lone Ranger releasing later this week, if not next week. And as always, thank you all again, and you guys have a great week.